Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for the mid-season finale of Death Battle Season 7. We have She-Ra versus Wonder Woman. Now, as I should say with all reaction videos, please click the link in the description below to go watch the original video first, whether it be on the Rooster Teeth website or on YouTube. Go and watch the official release before mine or anyone else's reactions to this. Don't be a dick. Okay, so how do I know these characters? Well, Wonder Woman's appeared in a couple death battles before. I've seen the Wonder Woman movie. I've known bits and pieces about Wonder Woman as I've grown up. She's kind of one of those like characters where it's like, how can you even not know of her existence? Like, that sort of thing. As for She-Ra, I've heard, like, things over the years about She-Ra, like, here and there, but the thing I really know her for is the reboot on Netflix. And, weirdly enough, before I watched it, I remember people comparing, Adora and Catra to these two right here. Actually, I wonder why that was. It's probably just because one's blonde and one's a cat girl. Anyway, but I know they're not going by the reboot She-Ra. They're sticking to the original 80s. And based on what I remember from He-Man, from his death battle, He-Man vs. Lion-O, it would not surprise me if they're on like a similar like level, and He-Man's strong enough to push moons. I have seen a clip of She-Ra drop kicking a moon, so that just makes further evidence for scaling. And okay. For who I think is going to win, I don't know. Because from what I've heard over the weeks leading up to this, it all depends on what they give She-Ra. Like, if they include the He-Man comics, then it's debatable. If they don't include it, Wonder Woman wins. So, I don't know. I do hear that, like, things in the comics for He-Man get crazy. So, that's a thing. Though, I do still hear that Wonder Woman should still be faster. Like, even if they include that. So, even if Wonder Woman doesn't win, I see Wiz and Boomstick at the end saying with her superior speed. And, okay, Wonder Woman is a more experienced fighter. That plus the atom-splitting sword, like, that is a way Wonder Woman can still win. Like, regardless of the result, I'm sure that's going to come up. Yeah, so I'm going to listen to the analysis and make my final decision after that. Okay, got the episode loaded. Headphones on. I think it's about time I finally shut the fuck up and hit play.
Not every princess needs some knight in shining armor they've never met to rescue them.
Some even take it upon themselves to protect other lands they've never known.
Like She-Ra, the princess of power in Etheria.
And Wonder Woman, the warrior princess of the Amazons.
I'm kind of rooting for She-Ra.
And it's our job to
analyze
analyze
the weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Just because I'm more familiar with her, and
once upon a time, in a
break my
galaxy
finale
far,
curse.
far away,
But not so far that it could be copyright infringement.
a tireless war raged on between two planets, Eternia and Etheria.
On Eternia was everyone's favorite Conan the Barbarian wannabe. And Etheria was the home of the Horde. I bet you'll never guess which one's the bad guys.
But before he
Oh,
went
gee, I
vegan,
wonder.
Prince Adam had a twin sister, Princess Adora. Sadly, she was kidnapped from Eternia by the Horde's leader, Hordak, and brainwashed to become his brutal enforcer on Etheria.
Okay, who came up with these planet names? 'Cause I'm already confused.
Years passed, but eventually He-Man stumbled upon
I
his
know
sister
that the
while he was
reboot
busy with something
She-Ra
else. He was on
isn't a
quest
lot
to
like the
find a
80s
wielder
She-Ra,
for a
so
magical
I'm just
weapon,
gonna be
the
like,
legendary
that's not
sword
how I
of
remember it
protection.
throughout
Wouldn't you
a
know
lot of
it,
this.
When Adora touched his sword, don't read into that. Her mind
Oh,
was
God.
like she transformed into the heroic She-Ra. She-Ra, She-Ra. Man, that song's so much better than He-Man's.
As the Princess of Power, She-Ra possesses godlike speed and
Jesus.
strength, and wields the Sword of Protection like a master.
It's no ordinary sword either. It can transform into a bunch of stuff.
Okay,
A
that I
lasso,
remember.
A shield, a boomerang, a parachute, a grappling hook, a tennis racket, a baseball bat, a net, and a coffee mug.
It's the
Counts as my
ultimate Swiss
controller.
Army knife, or sword.
How the
Where did you get that?
That's
It can deflect
my
magic
question.
attacks, shoot some energy beams, cut through lightning, and freeze you solid.
It's comparable to He-Man's Sword of Power, which
Oh.
stems from an eternal deity of natural order.
Okay,
She-Ra can even use
they're
it to
showing
transform her
comics,
forces into a flying
so-
alicorn, Swiftwind.
Indeed I am, She-Ra. Indeed I am.
That's a really deep voice. for a
Yeah.
voice to have. Wait, why am I not drunk anymore?
Well, holding the sword wards off possession and mind control, so I suppose that could include alcohol.
That's why he doesn't want
In
it.
hand and her mind all her own, Adora joined the rebellion against the
Oh,
Horde.
sick.
As
Wait, is
she
that
does,
Bo?
She was an incredible powerhouse of a hero, defeating evil daily in her own unique way.
Unique is sure one way to put it. Take the time a village was set on fire. Her solution was to cut up an entire lake and throw the whole thing over the place.
Hopefully not drowning anyone.
Hey lady, why didn't you just use your super breath to put out the flames? Which you totally have.
Much like her hulked out brother, She-Ra's strength can simply defy all
Okay,
reason.
kick the moon, yep.
Smacking away meteors, throwing a battleship like a skipping stone, or even closing up a canyon like it's a Ziploc bag.
Alright, you heard that.
How about that time she climbed from the surface of the planet all the way to a spaceship in orbit in less than a minute?
Assuming the orbit around Etheria is similar to Earth's, she must have been climbing about 20 times faster than sound.
The
Even
80s!
better, her Mount Swiftwind kept up with the Rock People, who can fly between solar systems. Therefore, he might be able to move over 450 times the speed of light.
Jesus.
Rock people's a dumb name for people that are fast. Rocks are slow. And then there's the other flying horse, Crystal Sun Dancer. Oh god, wait, Wiz, is this another pony episode?
Crystal Sundancer was
So it's another
specifically
pony
stated to be
episode.
faster than Swiftwind, and took She-Ra and He-Man to another galaxy.
Apart from super speed, She-Ra's also strong enough to kick the moon away.
Just drop
Reckoning
kicking
in
it.
size compared to the distance it was kicked here, She-Ra must have struck it with a force equal to 44 Yoda tons of TNT.
I don't know what Yoda has to do with this, but how fast he is.
Just imagine if someone threw the entire
I-
Great Wall of China at you 70 quadrillion times.
So,
I
yeah,
hope they
super
keep
strong.
that, like,
Up
Yoda
next to
laugh
the
every time they say
ultimate
Yoda
power of a
tons.
sword that's definitely not plastic.
Clearly, Adora's heroic deeds have more than made up for her dark past. Whether she's protecting her family or her new homeworld, She-Ra truly lives up to the title, Princess of Power.
Okay, they didn't go into, like, a lot of, like, comic feats. I gotta pay attention to the numbers they
Somewhere
give for
among the
Wonder
distant
Woman.
dots of the ocean, a mysterious island is veiled by mist and magic. This is Themyscira, home of the Amazons.
Location,
Though in terms of
tropical
speed,
island. Population,
from what I remember, I'd
100%
still give it to
women.
Wonder Woman.
Attractions, everyone's a highly trained
Let's just see what
warrior. Oh yeah,
strength
I know
and
where I'm
durability
taking
they
my
have.
next vacation.
The Amazons were tasked by the Olympian gods to prepare for a great battle, and trained in solitude for many millennia.
Until one day when a military plane randomly crashed into paradise.
Call it luck, call it will of the gods, but Olympia's chosen were no longer a secret.
Even
Nope.
they knew it was about time they checked out what the rest of the world was up to. So after playing the deadliest game of catch ever, because they were catching frickin' bullets, they chose their finest fighter as an ambassador to, quote, man's world.
Please play the music.
This was
Oh.
Diana Prince, or as she
Yeah, I
would
know they
be
can't
known,
play it anymore, but just hearing that Wonder Woman
Diana
theme would have been
didn't just
awesome
reconnect
there.
the Amazons with the rest of the world. She became a goddamn superhero.
and one of the best. With her divine physiology, she already possessed incredible superhuman abilities. However, her powers were amplified by blessings of the gods, including flight, accelerated healing, and a little bit of magic.
But as someone who's noticing a few new experience lines in the mirror every morning, I think I'm mostly jealous of her power to barely ever age.
I think everyone would be.
Experience lines? You mean wrinkles?
What? Of course not. I'm just leveling up in life.
You know, I've been working on a de-aging
That's-
solution.
That's one way to look at it.
Give it a try.
No.
Don't do it.
I know how this goes, mother.
It's a
Son of a bitch.
Oh god.
Anyway, it's important to note that Diana
I'm
is
worried
more
as to
than
what we
simply
might see.
skilled. She's trained in martial combat and
Like,
equestrianism.
we gonna see
all her
Kid or
life.
Baby
We know she was
Boomstick?
born when the Roman Empire employed centurions, so she's likely over 3,000 years old.
That's crazy. Why do I sound like a
Well, back to the drawing board.
Oh my
Moving on,
god.
Wonder Woman also carries an arsenal of specialized weapons and tools.
Jesus.
Sure, the invisible jet seems kind of stupid when she can just lift off on her own.
Yep,
but
sharp
how
enough to
about
slice
that
atoms.
lasso of truth? She can make
There we go.
anybody spill the beans with that thing.
I cross-dress in a Wonder Woman outfit. It makes me feel powerful.
She has carried many blades, but her tried and true was crafted
No
right
judging.
out of the forge, Hephaestus. The edge of this immaculate sword is so fine, it can shear electrons off of atoms. Superman once
Yep,
used it to literally
Thor learned that the
split
hard
an
way.
atomic nucleus, which promptly
spoiler
blew up
alert.
in their faces.
Good times.
She can even summon this magic sword at any point thanks to her metal cuffs, the bracelets of submission.
Not only do those
And if she
sound
takes them
super
off,
kinky, they're super
ooh,
durable.
super
They're made of
powerful.
eighth metal, one of the strongest elements in all of creation. That means they can deflect basically anything. Bullets? Easy. Heat vision hotter than the sun? Not a problem. Dark
Yeah.
size omega beams that are totally unblockable? Well, they aren't anymore, bitch.
The name isn't really
Just
a BDSM reference.
one of the
Well,
many
not
bullshit
today, at least.
things.
While wearing
Oh
the
god,
bracelets
don't
of
remind me of
submission,
that.
Wonder Woman's power is actively suppressed, held back for, presumably, the safety of others.
So when she takes them off, step the hell away.
Are we actually gonna see her take them off this
All
time?
this potential. Diana quickly made a
And
name
not
for
look like
herself
Wonder
among the
Woman, man.
superhero community. In time, she helped found the Justice League, the greatest
I
team
hope
of
so.
superheroes the world has ever known. Fellow leaguer Batman even called her the best melee fighter in the world.
It's all about those wave dashes.
What?
Oh, wrong melee. But it's Batman, a guy who knows 10 times more than Google.
Okay, fair
ever
play. I
will.
love that.
She's basically defeated every
Oh,
other
that's Smash
Justice
reference.
League member in a fight at some point. This chick literally punches warheads like they're beach balls.
She's defeated Professor Zoom, the Flash's equal,
While he
on the
was
receiving
time
end of
traveling.
multiple light speed punches. By punching at light speed, the mass of Zoom's strikes technically reaches a near infinite level, striking with the force of a white dwarf
Frickin'
star.
hell.
That is 2 billion megatons of force per punch.
Okay, but
Diana
Shiro's
beat
was
the
better
shit
than
out of
that.
him. Well, she was blind.
She certainly has the speed to match. She's fast enough to race Shazam and battle Superman from the Earth to the Sun in about 20 seconds. During a conflict with an entity known as the Shattered
Oh, boy.
God, she moved quick enough
Yeah,
to
but I
block
remember
all
this.
his fractured pieces from returning to him from across the universe.
And she's helped move both the moon and the earth. Though she did need a bit of help.
It takes about 1,000th of a celestial body's weight to move it against the sun's orbit. Assuming Wonder Woman was pulling her fair share, that means she's lifting over 2 quintillion tons.
She's not invincible, though. Technically, she's vulnerable to piercing weapons.
Which
You know,
She-Ra
things
does
like
have.
bullets and swords.
To be fair, you would need far more than a few bullets to take her down. Not only does Diana
Yeah,
have
so
a
true.
stellar healing factor, but she's incredibly tough.
Hell, when Bats was putting together a list of contingency plans in case any Justice League members went crazy, he left Wendy's box empty, because he says
God.
she doesn't have a kryptonite.
Why even have the box at all?
Frickin' hell.
Simply put, Wonder Woman is an incredible warrior.
There's a good reason why she's considered one of the DC Trinity.
She didn't just bring the Amazons back into the modern world. Wonder Woman inspired many new generations of heroes, while saving the day time and time again.
I am Diana, Princess of the Amazons. I won't be denied.
But I'm really torn because okay, the strength thing they brought out for She-Ra was better than both Wonder Woman's durability and her actual strength. But I didn't hear anything speed-wise that was on par with Wonder Woman. Like, yeah, they said that she could, like... Okay, well, it was more swift winds, and, you know, she'd be, like, flying on him and being able to react to stuff. Like, hundreds of times light speed, but... Given what Diana's fought, which is, like, usually a lot faster than that... She's definitely got the speed edge, and in theory... Her bracelets are indestructible, so in terms of, like, the whole She-Ra's strength versus her durability thing, like, the speed edge that she has, being able to block anything with her indestructible bracelets, would counter that. Although then again, you might think, okay, well, what if, like, She-Ra aimed for something other than the bracelets and whatnot? Like, oh, but also they brought up how experienced Diana is. I see this going down in one of a few ways. Either... Okay, because I did see them bring up comic scans for She-Ra. I could see them saying, like, oh, but there's this thing that... like we showed footage of, let's look into that, or let's, like, compare her to He-Man and the comics and whatnot to explain why she won. I don't know. Because, like, based off of what they said there, it makes me want to say Wonder Woman. But at the same time, I just... I don't know. Like, okay, this is probably the same thing that happened with Mario vs. Sonic with me, where I put a bit too much faith in speed. But then again, Sonic didn't have something that could sever your atoms and essentially, like bypass durability. I didn't hit anything like that, like, for She-Ra that could counter it. So, like, I'm still going to say, even if Wonder Woman loses, that they're going to bring that up, along with the speed and experience edge, as, like, yeah, that's a way Wonder Woman can still win. Okay, but they also brought up how Wonder Woman's basically beaten, like, every other Justice League member in a fight at some point. And given what a lot of them can do, then like, if we're scaling, like, She-Ra to He-Man, and, like, scaling Wonder Woman to other Justice League members that she has beaten and whatnot. Alright, you know what? I gotta make a final decision. Okay, I still would like She-Ra to win. But based on the numbers... and, like, all the other things I just keep thinking about and, like, going through my head... I think I gotta say Wonder Woman. Like, I still think I might be putting a bit too much faith in things, like I did with previous Death Battles. But the more I run through it, the more I just think, no, that actually seems like the right choice to go with. Because, okay, I'll talk about it, like, afterwards. Okay, final decision. I think Wonder Woman is going to win, so I'm going to say that. Though, I would like for She-Ra to win just based on preference and whatnot. So, yeah. I would like She-Ra to win, but I think Wonder Woman is going to. There we go. And hey, either way, I still kind of win, because if She-Ra wins, woo, the person I wanted to win won. But if Wonder Woman wins, woo, I called it right. So, Oh boy.
All
Right,
right,
the combatants are set.
We've
Let's
run the data through
through all possibilities. I almost said the previous thing again. I'm still not used to run the data through all possibilities. But also, this animation is freaking gorgeous.
Zeus, Heracles, Hippolyta, give me strength.
Sound of good.
Daughter of Grayskull. I am She-Ra!
Does look a lot like Might Might.
Me, you're just playing dress up.
Oh yeah, and if it wasn't clear, like I've said throughout every single reaction this season, I have seen the preview on Death Battlecast.
Amazon, but no match for a princess of power.
Get over yourself.
I do like that line. And here's my favorite part. Just... please. 100% blind from this point on, by the way. That was a cool shot. Oh, changing up the environment. Nice. Woo. Just kick a tree at you. Oh, damn.
What's the matter? Feeling shocked?
She just fell on the invisible plane? She did. What the fuck? I can't believe they brought that in. This is a really good fight so far. Oh. Go around the sword. Bracelet's still invincible though. What?
You're finished!
Oh, wait. Full power. Oh, shit. Oh!
That's what power really looks like.
Damn! Okay, I called it right!
Taking a little off the top.
Both She-Ra and Wonder Woman had clear advantages over the other in this fight, some to great extremes.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious Adora was a lot stronger than Wendy. She-Ra moved the moon all by herself, while Diana needed a little help.
But strength alone obviously isn't everything. Pulling the Earth at all still means her strength was comparable to She-Ra's.
So let's check their experience, arsenals, and speed to see if Diana could reliably...
Oh, the things I was saying.
Spoilers, she definitely could.
First of all, She-Ra's transforming blade implied a broader versatility than Wonder Woman. However, unlike Diana's toolkit, very few of these forms were applicable to combat.
And I mean, having a shield is handy, but not when it takes away the sword you need to counterattack your foe after blocking. What kind of strategy is that?
Fair enough.
When Wonder Woman and her 3 millennia of experience would follow. She-Ra may have also been fighting all her life, but she's much, much younger.
Plus, She-Ra did
So
have an
true.
answer
Like,
to that
I mean,
atom-slicing
3,000
sword.
years.
Atom.
There we go.
Not that atom. With that in Wonder Woman's hands, the strength difference didn't
Look
really
at that
mean
joke.
as much.
Still, in order to take advantage of all this, Wonder Woman needed to be faster than She-Ra. Let's look at Swiftwind and Crystal Sundancer. Logically,
Oh boy, here
She-Ra
it comes.
rides these mounts to travel at faster speeds than she is capable of herself.
We know Swifty can zoom around over 450 times the speed of light, but the other little pony is way quicker.
Both He-Man and She-Ra were dependent on Crystal Sundancer for their trip to another galaxy, giving their time frame a generous benefit of the doubt with just
Oh boy.
1 hour. This magic horse must have been traveling about 22 billion times light speed.
Jesus.
Definitely impressive, but
And now Wonder Woman
the
just
shattered
blow that out of the
The
park.
pieces pieces of the shattered god that Wonder Woman blocked all originated from far corners of the universe. Not the galaxy, the universe. Now, the exact size of the DC universe is a hotly debated topic. I know, very interesting stuff.
Oh, just skip to the good part, nerd.
Fine, there's plenty of evidence that it is larger than our own
I freaking love the
universe. And
with
there's
some
more than
boomstick
100
stuff.
trillion light years between the Earth and the foreseeable edge. To close this gap in such a short time, each shard must have been moving over 50 quintillion times the speed of light.
And again,
Fuck.
Diana plunked all of them, one after the other, rapid fire.
Remember, She-Ra must be slower than Crystal Sundancer, potentially only comparable at a reactionary level if at all. Therefore, at absolute minimum, Wonder Woman was more than 9 billion
Jeez, that
times
face.
faster.
A much bigger difference than the strength comparison, and more than quick enough to stick that magic sword right where it really hurts.
She-Ra's amazing strength and versatility may have kept the Amazon running, but Diana's skill, arsenal, and incredible speed tipped the scales enough for a victory.
It's no wonder she ran out of time.
The winner is Wonder Woman.
Congrats, Wonder Woman.
Thanks for watching. The battle music is linked
Hey, Ben.
below. Death Battle will return in August, but in the meantime, we'll have a brand new fight every week with DBX.
And I might have some stuff coming out too. Yep, DBX, Vegeta, Shantae, 4, Bakugo,
Apparently,
and
I found a worthy foe.
Beerus is next. Okay, I'm gonna be talking about those clips in just a little bit. Okay, called the result right, and I'm actually a fair bit pleased about that, despite, yeah, the whole, like, preference in the finale, like, losing streak still continues. But it means I end this half of the season with a perfect streak. 10 episodes, 10 right calls. Feel good about that. So, that's still a win for me. But yeah, really, really good fight. Like, okay. I can't get over how gorgeous, like, everything looked in it. Like, the background especially, and honestly, it gave me, like, All Might versus Might Guy vibe. Like, it looked like it was done in that sort of style, and I look forward to seeing some more like that when Death Battle returns. Hey, maybe that's the style the Beerus is going to be fighting in. So yeah, speaking of which, I've been really curious as to who the hell Beerus is going to fight. Like, I've heard, like, a few different things, like, thrown out for him. Yes, including Arceus from Pokemon. I don't really want it to be that, because I'll be honest, there's only one Dragon Ball versus Pokemon matchup I really like. As for what that is, well, it might come up in a video, maybe. Yeah, I heard Jean Grey as well, and Asura from Azura's Wrath. Or is it? Is it Asura or Azura? Like, Asura from Asura's Wrath. There we go. Just realized how stupid I was. And I think I've heard, like, someone from Sailor Moon. I just don't know exactly who. Because I'll be honest, the only characters' names I know, some of the Sailor Scouts, Sailor Moon herself, and Tuxedo Mask. Those are the only names of any characters I know. So, yeah. Tell you what, leave in the comments who you think or who you want Beerus to fight. And hey, we'll see if you get any of them right. As for DBX, before anyone says anything, I don't really plan on reacting to DBX. It's like, I did it at one point, and after a while it was just like, I just realized it wasn't for me. Like, I still watch DBX and I still enjoy it. It's just doing reactions to it, like, became a little bit, I don't want to say, like, I just didn't enjoy reacting to it as much. Like, I'm trying to not sound, like, too harsh about it. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing any, like, DBX reactions, like, in the meantime. However, I have been thinking of a few videos to make. One of which I have all the clips necessary for, and I have it recorded. Oh, speaking of which, Wonder Woman winning doesn't ruin a joke that's in there. I'm not gonna lie. That's another reason I was kind of nervous for this, because I recorded that video, and there's a joke in there that really depends on, like, DC still winning. And after I finished, I was just like, oh, if Wonder Woman wins, if Wonder Woman loses, that's just gonna ruin the joke. But she won, so the joke is still good. At least I think it's funny. But yeah, and that being like a redo of top 10 death battles I want to see. I've been talking about doing one of those in a particular style for a while. As for what sort of style, I would recommend checking out a movie reviewer I quite enjoy called The Unusual Suspect. He recently posted a review of the first Iron Man movie. Go check it out. It's freaking fantastic. I can't sing the praises enough. Yeah, and there were, like, a couple things I was thinking about doing, like, on the topic of Ruby, perhaps. Like, one of which being, sort of, like spin-offs or, like, extended media that I would like to see. Or, like that sort of thing. There was another one I was thinking of, but I haven't made that much progress with that thought, so I don't really want to say it, because if I end up not doing it, I just kind of look like... I'll just look back on it and be like, well, why did I say that? So yeah, I do still plan on making at least something. Or trying to, in the weeks that we don't have Death Battle. So, yeah. Anyway, this recording's gone on for nearly 40 minutes. Well, it's only just gone for 35 minutes, but still, that's a bit too long for me. And I'm just gonna wrap up. So, thank you for watching this or any Death Battle reaction I've been doing for this half of the season. Look forward to Beerus versus... I don't know. And Krona versus... I also don't know. And whatever the other 8 matchups are. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching all that stuff. And here's whatever outro that's next in the cycle, because I honestly keep forgetting. Bye.
Thank you for watching Your Only Mate. Tune in next time.